Hi, it's Al Rail here again, your personal brain trainer, working through, this is session 4 of our series. First 3 series we talked about and given you some brain exercises for keeping your brain under control, for keeping your brain in a good place, and for keeping your brain working to connect with others with a purpose. All of these are critically important. Why? Because remember, how we think affects how we act. And how we think can make a total difference in how we get through this. Today's session, we're going to talk about improving our self-respect during these difficult times. Respect is a powerful emotion. Workplace studies show respect has 8 times the release of positive chemical dopamine in our brain than a raise. When people feel respected, they're 2 times more likely to stay at a company. Yes, respect is powerfully positive. When we feel respected, we feel elevated, we feel special. When we feel disrespected, the negative emotions kick in. We become anxious, we drive anxiety, we drive fear, we drive stress, we drive anger. We become bitter. We put ourselves in a victim mode where we lash out at others. We become defensive. We blame others. We wallow in self-pity. All of those negative behaviors and negative emotions are driven by the simple act of not feeling respected. A lack of respect can be as simple as somebody not liking one of your social media posts that you felt should have gotten more likes. That will trigger a lack of respect and a negative emotion. And it could be as significant as getting laid off or furloughed that many of us are feeling right now. A really serious lack of respect hits us when we find ourselves in a position where we can't provide for ourselves or can't provide for our families. So how do we maintain or even possibly improve that self-respect? What we're going to share with you today are some of the brain exercises to hopefully help you in this extremely difficult time. Brain lifter number 1, focus on what you can control. When we can focus on what we can control, we put ourselves in a much greater sense of we've got this. Focus on what you can control. And here's a very powerful quote from a highly recommended movie, by the way, that I saw called Brian Banks. All you can control in life is how you respond to life. So control how you respond. Control your response. You can't control the things that just may happen, but you can control how you can respond. And if you control your responses and you're in charge of your actions, you elevate your self-respect. The second brain exercise for improving self-respect: keep your mind active and keep learning. Keep curious. If you can keep your mind active and learn something new, that's a very powerful way to elevate your respect. Learning something new elevates your self-respect and your self-esteem. Now, you don't have to go off and learn how to become an auto repair mechanic or whatever. It could be, if you like to cook, it could be as simple as learning a new recipe. Learn something new. Read something new. I've heard a lot of people take out these days that puzzles are becoming booming. It's keeping people's mind active and how that works. So think about how you can become curious, how you stretch your mind, how you can learn and explore new things. That will improve your level of self-respect. Let's say you took a virtual class on the YMCA about an exercise regimen that you've never done before. That will improve your self-respect. That will improve your respect. The fact that you tried to do that. You gave it your best effort. Focus on improving your learning will improve your respect. The sense of accomplishment that you get from learning something new dials up those maps that say, I am good, I've got this. And that's very potent, especially in these times. The third brain lifter that we're going to talk about is focusing on your strengths. When you seem to be overwhelmed and things seem to be totally out of your control and totally unbelievably discombobulated, if you will, focus on your strengths. Ask yourself, what am I good at? What am I good at? And then do it, And maybe as simple as if you say, I'm really good at cooking. Well, what kind of cooking? I'm good at baking. What kind of baking? I'm really good at making chocolate chip cookies. What kind of chocolate chip cookies? Oh, my special grandmother's recipe. Okay, that's good. That's your special thing. Go do it. Make those cookies. When you focus on something you're good at, your personal strength, that can be a very powerful motivator to your esteem and your respect. It dials down those feelings of disrespect and dials up those feelings of respect. Focus what you're good at. The fourth brain exercise is commit to one act of kindness per day. Why does that work for our brains? It has a very powerful impact on our brain. It puts us in that positive toward good thinking state. One act of kindness. Now, in the world of social distancing, you may say an act of kindness is harder to come by. True, but it's not impossible. Maybe it's a call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's on your way to the grocery store, letting that person proceed at the stop sign instead of you. Maybe it's waving to your neighbor from afar. One act of kindness, what can it be that will go a long way to really helping put your brain in a positive state? The compassion that we show others has a positive impact not only on them, but on ourselves, on our brains. The brain circuitry of kindness and the brain circuitry of positive emotion light up when we demonstrate kindness to others. We get that very strong benefit as well. And when you're sharing those acts of kindness, don't forget to be kind to the most important person, you. You are the most important person. You are the most important person. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself. It'll make a difference. Okay, I've given you 4 brain exercises to improve your self-respect. Number 1, focus on what you can control. You can control this and you're in charge. Number 2, keep your mind active. Keep learning. Try something new. Stay curious. Even if it's as simple as a puzzle or a recipe. Keep stretching and learning and doing something with your brain. Number 3, focus on your strengths. What are you good at? And do it. That will improve your self-respect. And number 4, commit to one act of kindness per day. Just one act of kindness per day will have a very profound and powerful impact on your brain and your attitude and the way you think. We've covered 4 important topics: the need to stay in control, the need to be in a good place, the need to connect with others with a purpose, and the need to maintain our self-respect. All things that are really important, not just now, but in the future. And remember, how we think defines how we act, and how we think can really be transformative to improving our behaviors and improving our outcomes. I thank you for the opportunity to share these thoughts with you on these videos. I really appreciate your time watching them. If you're looking for more information, I ask you to please reach out to me. You can find me on my website. The information's right there. I hope all of you can stay healthy at home. We will get through this. We will get through this together. My last wish for you is that all your regrets turn into learning. All your stress turns into gratitude. And all your fears turn into hope. With that, I say thanks again. Until we meet, God bless.